So hello and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are bringing you the latest and greatest coming out of all the FIFA 20 squad updates that have happened throughout February and the past few weeks. We're kind of all bringing it together to deliver you the best newly added high potential Wonderkids, some brand new player upgrades, and also some controversial player removals, Wonderkid removals that you guys need to know about. In order to receive all these brand new updates and also transfers, considering it was the January transfer window, all you need to do is go into edit teams, download the latest updates right here, or when you start a brand new career mode save, you'll be prompted with downloading the latest squad. So that's all you need to do, and all these new players, all these squad updates will be available to you, the best up-to-date squads in FIFA 20 career mode. And also, if you want to keep up to date with all the brand new FIFA 20 updates coming into the future, we've had a hectic 2020 so far. Make sure to smack that like button down below if you go on to enjoy the video, but most importantly, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you never miss out on an upload. We are closing in on 50,000 subscribers. Follow me on Twitter, the link will be in the description, and also make sure to comment down below who are your favorite brand new additions in FIFA 20 career mode. We are going through the most controversial removals, and these are all the player removals slash Wonderkids that have been taken out of the game for one particular reason or another. Like I say every week, usually it's due to the fact they've been relegated to the youth academy or they've been transferred to a team that are no longer in FIFA. I'll give you my opinions on all of them. Let me know down below if you do know the specific reasons. Nevertheless, we're going to start off with the removed Wonderkids. We're kicking it off today with FC Sion's Enzo Barencheka, or Barenchea. I've obviously butchered that one. However, he did have a potential of 81, and the Argentinian 18-year-old Cam is no longer in FIFA, but hey, you can always expect them to come back. Get your hopes up, and who knows, maybe they'll be back in FIFA 20 or maybe even FIFA 21 one day as we move down to Girona's Spanish midfielder Joffre. Another 18-year-old with 81 potential has been removed, and I can assume that he has been downgraded or, you know, just relegated to the youth academy like most of these young prospects, and therefore doesn't qualify to be a part of FIFA 20. That is not my decision, it's EA's decision, guys. I'm only the messenger, don't shoot him. Nevertheless, we have the Venezuelan, another 18. What's with all these 18-year-olds getting removed? Why do EA have an agenda against 18-year-olds? Venezuela's own Carlos Oleses from Racing Club in Argentina, he is no longer in FIFA 20. He did have a potential of 82, so yet another high-quality gem removed from FIFA 20, and it breaks my heart to deliver you the next two. It is a Monaco duo, Enzo Milot and Willem Goebbels, two French teenagers that are just staples in career mode, probably due to the fact that they've now playing for the Monaco under-21s or their youth academy over there in Ligue 1. It's really sad. It's unfortunate to see, I know, because, you know, Milot had an 86 potential, Goebbels had an 84. As we move on to three Frenchmen in a row now, Koba Cohen-Drady out at Valencia in La Liga, another teenage Frenchman. He's a central midfielder, another cheap road to glory option. That's right, EA have Thanosed him. He is no longer in FIFA 20. Alongside Sven Zozar Markovic, I didn't really know all too much about him, but he does have 82 potential, playing out in Greece for Olympiacos, the 19-year-old Serbian. And finally, thankfully this week, it's a quick one, Gabriel Barbosa. And now that he's gone over and transferred to the Brazilian league, he's gone over to Flamengo. That's right, Gabriel Barbosa has been given another Thanos snap, which is kind of sad, because he did have an 89 potential to start things off, and it was the return of the legend. So therefore, those are all the removed Wonderkids in FIFA 20 we have to report on. There are a few big ones. I mean, we're going to have to take some daggers to the heart here, but we're going to have faith. We're going to stick it out, and hopefully they'll all be back one day. In terms of the upgrades this week, there weren't all too many. In fact, to be honest, I just wanted to keep it short. I didn't want to, you know, draw it out because we do have so many Wonderkids to cover this week. It is actually insane. The biggest upgrades throughout the past few weeks. In February, we have Edmund Tabsoba, the African defender from Burkina Faso out of Bayer Leverkusen, 20 years of age, has been upgraded from a 83 potential to now an 86. So he is an exciting prospect. You won't be able to pick him up in the first transfer window. Edmund Tabsoba is now a viable option, and still, he did have 83 potential, which was decent, and now he's just been given that extra little boost up to that 86. He just does look like a defensive rock. He looks like an absolute beast with high defensive work rates as well. Moving over to a man who definitely did deserve an upgrade this season. After all his work he's done for Parma, he's been the breakout star in Serie A. It is Dejan Kulusevski. He's been tearing it up for Parma, especially in the first half of the season. He now has been upgraded from an 83 potential to an 86. So very, very well deserved. I don't know why they haven't acted on this sooner. So the Swede getting shown some love by EA this week alongside a Belgian, Charles de Ketelaere. I am just like 1000% sure I've butchered that. Nevertheless, we'll get onto his upgrade. The young Belgian midfielder slash center forward, and it can also play right mid. This man's versatile. He's 18 years of age, playing for Club Bruges. He does have some consistent stats in there. Nevertheless, his upgraded potential has gone from an 85 to an 86. So just like Tipstopper, I think he's a very decent pickup. He might be one of the ones to watch and, you know, put him on your wish list. He could transform into an absolute beast in the future. And of course, the last upgrade this week, it's actually two Belgians in a row. I didn't even realize it. It is Jeremy Doku playing for Anderlecht, 17 years of age. The winger, right winger, left winger, has been upgraded from an 86 potential to an 87. So a +1 to his potential. Not all too much, but I just decided to include him. He's 17 and getting an upgraded potential, so that was very worthy to talk about. But that is all the upgrades we have to cover. Now let's move on to the long and lengthy list of new high potential Wonderkids. So we're here. It's everyone's favorite segment of the video. It is the brand new high potential Wonderkids. We're going to start off at the bottom. We're going to reach our way to the top slowly but surely, and we're going to kick things off with the English centre back Jared Branthwaite, 17 years of age, out of Everton, 57 overall. He has an 80 potential, so a +23 overall boost you can expect on the young Englishman, only valued at 190k. So he's a no-brainer. You haven't got much to lose on this one, and he is going to be definitely one for those road to glories. So make sure to get him in your squads. Two Englishmen in a row now. We have Alex Mighton from Nottingham Forest. The right mid slash left mid is 17. Again, only has 2-star skill moves and 2-star weak foot, though the high attack and work rate does make up for it, and some decent green stats in the physicals. 57 overall and has a potential of 80, just like Branthwaite, so a +23% overall increase. Valued at 200k, and you bet you can pick him up in the first transfer window. Three Englishmen in a row right here. Didn't even realize, but we have Jay Stansfield out at Fulham. He's a striker slash center forward, 59 overall, and he's 16 years of age, one of the youngest players in this list. 59 overall and has an 81 potential. High attack and work rate, 5'11", and has a 3-star weak foot. 2-star skill moves does let him down. Nevertheless, he has some consistent physical stats in there. Acceleration and sprint speed, both in the light greens, with a potential increase of 22. He's a grower, not a shower. You won't be able to pick him up in the first transfer window though, and he's valued at 300k. And wow, England's getting a lot of love today as we move on to J. Neil Bennett out at Tottenham Hotspur. He's 59 overall. He can play left mid and striker. He's a nice little youth academy prospect for the North London side. He has 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, and has a high attacking work rate. Yet again, he's got some decent physical stats in there, with his acceleration, sprint speed, and balance being his main highlights. With a potential of 80, a +21 overall growth you can expect on him, and he's valued at 300k. This time you can pick him up in your first transfer window. Finally, we're getting a break from the English Wonderkids right now with El Bilal Toure out at Stade de Reims. He's 17 years of age, and he's an African striker from Mali. With some of these Wonderkids, their skill moves and the weak foot does let him down. With 2-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot, the high attack and work rate kind of makes up for it. Low defensive, he's 6'1", a perfect target man. His best stat is actually his penalties at 71, which is quite interesting. Nevertheless, he's nice, bulky, physical kind of player, and he's valued at 375k. If you're lucky, you'll get that £1.1 million release clause. Nevertheless, you won't be able to pick him up in the first transfer window, and he does have a potential of 80, so just a nice 20 overall increase. Of course, with dynamic potential, you could grow these Wonderkids to whatever overall you want. You guys all know that by now. I'm just stating the fact right here as we return back to the English Wonderkids. This time, it is Luke Thomas out at Leicester City, the left back, 18 years of age, kind of like a Ben Chilwell regen, if you do consider him like that. But it's Luke Thomas, 2-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot, has a high attacking work rate, so he's going to be bombing up and down that flank. He does have that medium defensive. We'll get into his stats like the physicals, acceleration, sprint speed, both his best stats, so you can just tell what kind of player he is. He probably might even be converted to a left wing back. Nevertheless, depending on how you deploy him, he does have a 400k valuation, and you will be able to snatch him up in the first transfer window of your new save. With an 81 potential, it is a +21 overall growth you could expect on Luke Thomas. So we're going to move on to one that we have covered in previous weeks. He's been added back into the game. He's since been removed, and it is Brennan Johnson, the Welshman out at Nottingham Forest, 4-star weak foot, high attack and work rate. He is 60 overall and has a potential of 82. A +21 overall growth on the young Welshman, and he's valued at just under £500,000. And just when you thought you couldn't get enough Englishmen Welshman, they're right here. They're back for more, and this time it is Brandon Pierrick out at Crystal Palace. He's got the same name as me, so you know he's going to be an absolute world beater, clearly. At 6 foot tall, 3-star skill moves, and a high attack and work rate, 83 acceleration on the lad as well. He's 17 years of age. He can also play as striker and right mid, so get a man that can do both. He is versatile in that sense, and he has a potential of 82, so 22 overall growth points you could expect, valued at 400k. He is definitely going to be one for the future. And it is all left in the hands of Daniel Maldini to continue on the famous Maldini legacy. 3 generations have played at AC Milan. We'll get more in depth into that when we have a growth test coming up this week on the channel, so make sure you don't miss out on that. We have Daniel Maldini right here. He does have a potential of 80, which I thought was quite low. I thought he might have had a bit of a higher potential that EA gifted him. I won't delve into him too much. He's straight out of their Primavera Youth Academy squad. He's valued at 375k, and you can pick him up straight away. Ryan Astley is another one of those wonder kids we've covered so many weeks ago. He's since been removed and added back into the game. The Welshman is a defender for Everton, valued at 475k. He has an 82 potential. And it's 2 in a row. This time it is another wonder kid we've covered in the weeks gone by. Manuel Roffo, the Argentinian out at Boca Juniors, I believe, 19 years of age, 62 overall, 4-star weak foot. With a potential of 82, the Argentinian Casillas, as I like to call him, is valued at 500k, an absolute bargain. Antoine Colassen is another Belgian and another one from Anderlecht included in this video. He's brand new and newly added. The striker slash cam is 63 overall, 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, medium work rates. He is valued at 700k with a cheeky 1.5 million pound release clause on him. He does have 80 potential, but you know, keep your eye on him. He may be surprising a few people in a few months time. It is also another wonder kid who has had the addition slash removal treatment all the way throughout this FIFA 20 game cycle. It is the Scottish midfielder Harry Cochrane. He's playing for Hearts and he can basically play anywhere in the midfield. We've covered him before, but he is just an absolute beast of a wonder kid actually. He has 82 potential as the playmaker, technical dribbler traits. He's more of an attacking box-to-box midfielder, which you love to see, and he's valued at 675k. I recommend you sign him up straight away. Alex Collado, who's actually been in FIFA 19, he was removed for a short period. Now he is back in FIFA, valued at 1.1 million pounds. He does have a cheeky little release clause on him with a potential of 80. He's another La Masia Youth Academy product out of Barcelona. So hey, if you're a fan of that and you love your Spanish wonder kids, make sure to pick him up. He can play at CM and left wing, and I highly recommend him. We've got a lovely balance this week. We've got some new wonder kids making a return. We've got some brand new wonder kids making their debut, and that is exactly the case with Vitor Ferreira. The Portuguese centre midfielder playing for Porto in Liga NOS is 19 years of age, 66 overall. Basically remains consistent in his skill moves, weak foot, 3-star. Also his attacking and defensive work rates, medium, and he does have 3 traits to kickstart off his FIFA debut, with his finesse, shot, flair, and technical dribbler traits all being given to him from the get-go. With his main breakout stats being in the physicals at 89 agility, his acceleration and balance are also in the light greens, and penalties is one of his specialties as well. Maybe the next Ruben Neves for Porto, you never know, but he is a quality little player they've got in their hands, and I'm definitely sure he's from their youth academy, valued at 1.2 million pounds. He's going to be an absolute world beater one day. With 84 potential, he could possibly be the next captain of Porto, possibly be the next captain of the national team, so make sure you sign him up. We're going to go through 3 quick fires right here. We've got Javier Appa, Daniel Arzini, the Australian, and the career mode legend, the god, the man himself, Zakaria Bakali. So Javier Appa, another Spaniard who's made an appearance in FIFA before. He was actually in FIFA 19 as well. He was removed at some stage of FIFA 20. Now he's back at Real Valladolid in La Liga. Has been added back into FIFA 20 with a potential of 83. And of course the goat himself, Zakaria Bakali, who did actually start off this game cycle in FIFA 20. He's been removed since being added back into the game. The 23-year-old doesn't really have that great of potential, but I just wanted to remind you all that the legend is now back in the database. Another legend that we also do consider is Hatem Ben Arfa. I know he's not a wonder kid by any stretch of the imagination. Alright, I promise no more. They're all going to be wonder kids from this stage onwards now, with the Slovakian striker out at Feyenoord, 19 years of age, Robert Bozenic at 69 overall, has newly been added into FIFA 20. High attack and work rate, 6'2". He does have the long shot taker trait, so you got to keep that in mind, as he does have some decent physicals in there. Stamina, strength, acceleration, and sprint speed. Maybe the Slovakian Erling Braut Haaland? I'm not going to push it, but yeah, that might be someone you can compare him to. Nice and tall and agile at the same time. He is quick. With an 81 potential, I'm sure you can get him way higher than that, and he's valued at £1.7 million. As we take a gander over at Peter Musa at Slavia Praha, he's Croatian and 21 years of age. Has a medium work rates, 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. At 6'2", it's another kind of target man, I guess, but he does have decent acceleration and sprint speed on him. His strength is at 75. It's his best stat. You can purchase the Croatian straight away in your career mode saves. An out-and-out striker with 81 potential, valued at £2.8 million. As we take a glance at one of the more major and recent additions in this squad update, it's the brand new Matheus Fernandes out of Real Valladolid. Playing in Spain, he is Brazilian CDM/CM 71 overall and is 6'4". He's more the defensive kind. He has the high defensive work rates, which you expect. He's recently joined the club and he has a £3.5 million valuation at 83 potential. You can expect a plus 12 overall growth on him. An £8 million release clause to look out for, as well as the 21-year-old seems to be a brand new up-and-coming star in La Liga. And we take a look at Patrick Hellebrand, another player out of Slavia Praga, getting added into the game. 81 potential, a plus 10 to look forward to. He's a center attacking midfielder / central mid, £3.5 million for the young Czech Republican. And I know I'm a bit late to the party. I know he's been a bit of old news for a while now, but we didn't cover him in the last squad update. We have to now. It is Rainier Jesus, the brand new Brazilian out at Real Madrid. We did do a growth test on him, so make sure to check it out down below. But he definitely outdoes every single Wonderkid on this list with his 90 overall potential. But he's worth £5.5 million. We just had to cover him. We just had to. Moving from one of the more high-key additions to career mode to one of the more low-key ones, it is Mustafa Mohamed. He doesn't play for Basel. He's a free agent, and the Egyptian 21-year-old has an 81 potential. He just gets randomly assigned to a club in career mode. He's a little target man in there at 6'1", high attack and work rate, and does have the power header attribute, with his main highlights being his heading accuracy, shot power, finishing, and of course his strength, which is at 83. This is definitely a hidden gem that you could pick up for free potentially. As finally we move on to our penultimate Wonderkid. He's not really a Wonderkid, he's just Arsenal's brand new recruit. The Spanish centre-back Pablo Mari has come into the Premier League, and he started off at 76 overall, 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. He's a brand new player in FIFA 20 with a high attacking work rate for a centre-back. Okay, I just realised that now. It's not all too great, I guess. 6'4". He's got the height on him, and with the solo player, long passer, and power header technique with 87 strength, he is going to be one solid player. He definitely deserves that title right there. Mari does have an 81 potential, valued at £8 million. He's definitely one to keep in the back of your minds. Definitely if you're an Arsenal fan as well, as we have our final major addition, and this one is quite recent. I'm going to give him the brand new high potential Wonderkid of the week, Bruno Guimaraes. I know I've absolutely destroyed that name. Nevertheless, he's a brand new Olympic Lyon player, and he's 21 years of age. The centre mid has 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, medium. Is 6 foot tall as well, and he already has the long passer trait. One of the more high key additions in the squad update right now, an 87 potential, and I mean those stats just scream out consistency. His main stat, his specialty being his stamina at 81. He's just a workhorse, a powerhouse in midfield. He's going to dominate in that department. Definitely doesn't have too many weaknesses. He will cost you about £12.5 million. I mean, that's what he's valued. He might even cost you a bit more, considering you won't be able to purchase him in the first transfer window. You might have to do a bit of waiting for him, but I'm sure it will definitely be worth it. I've definitely never heard of him before, I'm not gonna lie, but Bruno Guimaraes will have a wonderful and bright future ahead of him in French football, and especially at Lyon, which is just the perfect place to develop as a young player. But that is going to be it. Those are all the brand new high potential Wonderkids. That is probably the longest list we've had in a while. I'm absolutely sure of it. We have had some brilliant new additions in career mode these past few weeks. EA have gone ahead and spoiled us, and there's going to be way more in the future. So make sure, if you did go ahead and enjoy, if this video helped you out in any way, make sure to smack it a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications so you keep up to date with not only every single upload on this channel, but all the brand new squad updates that hit the career mode scene. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. Also, make sure to comment down below. As always, I've been your boy BCHD. Hopefully you did enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.